Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. We were talking about doing character voices, voiceovers. Um, well, my wife and I used to have a blog, and it was called uh, DLR Best and Worst, and it stood for Disneyland Resort Best and Worst. As a matter of fact, I had so many subscribers that when D23 came around in 2011, they gave me a 3-day pass, free, free to get into DCA, into D23 Expo. And of course, I got to meet the voice of Mickey Mouse, which was, I forgot his name. I want to say Ewan Gregor, that's not it. Anyways, I met voice of Mickey Mouse. I met Paige O'Hara, Belle, and I got to meet this older gentleman, and he kind of talked like this when he talked. And I'm like, who is he? I know that voice. And I said, could I get an interview with you? I know we can't do it today or this week, but here's my card. And I gave him our card. Uh, I had one laying around here somewhere. You wouldn't be able to see it anyways. It'd be in backwards. But I handed him one of our cards. Yeah, of course. Hang on. So I handed him one of our cards. Oh, you can see it. It does come out right. That was our card. And anyways, if you were to go to it now, it's got some lady's name. She's taken our our card and made it her own. I don't know. She stole it from me basically and just wiped everything clean. So I I have nothing. I had interviewed Robert, Ragtime Robert. He was on there. I did an interview with him. I did an interview with Margaret Carey. She was the model of uh, for Tinkerbell, and I mean, she said she didn't have time, but we did a phone call, and she says, "Oh yeah, we'll talk maybe a half an hour." Okay, got her on the phone. We talked for 4 hours. That's the longest phone call I ever had. Disney people like to talk. I know this because my wife has talked with one who did a movie called Tron. You guys know that movie? I'm not talking about the new one, Tron Legacy. I mean Tron, 1982. I'll let you figure that one out. Anyways, she's still friends with her and talks to her all the time. That's all I can say. Anyways, so I wanted to do an interview with the guy that I talked to, and he kind of talked like this, and I said, well, your voice sounds so familiar. I can hear it. Well, look at my name tag, and maybe you know who I am. I looked, I'm like, Bill Farmer. No, it doesn't ring a bell. Oh, by the way, name of Mickey Mouse was Brett Iwan, or Iwan. Um, but then I looked at this character, and it said Pluto. I go, you're Pluto? But you don't sound like Pluto. Yeah, I do. I can do Pluto for you. And he went, Riff! I'm like, okay. I thought, okay, that's pretty easy to do, I guess. But to do a whole dialogue in Pluto, what do? Stuff like that? I don't know. And my voice is going away, but he goes, well, if you listen to my voice, what do I sound like? And I'm like, Goofy? Yeah, you got it. I'm Goofy. Gosh. I'm like, whoa, it's Goofy. And so I said, well, can I do an interview with you? And he said, sure, you can do an interview with me. So we also got his phone number and called him. Don't worry, I don't have his number anymore. It was on my old phone. It's been erased. I wish I still had it because I'd like to do another interview on this using the Zoom. And that way we could actually talk to him and see video of him doing Goofy. Bill Farmer's his name, and he has his own recording studio, and he teaches people to speak, do commercials or voiceovers, basically. You get to do voices. I mean, he says he can do Mickey Mouse, but all he really did was he pretty much gave me the same sample that he gave at D23. Oh boy, oh boy, something like that. But I said, well, I can do Mickey Mouse. He goes, well, let me hear what you can do. And I went, huh, hi, I'm Mickey Mouse, and you're not. Oh boy, you know me. I'm Mickey Mouse. And he goes, well, that sounds pretty good. Well, sure, I'll do an interview with you. We'll do it on the phone just like you did with Margaret Carey. So if there's anyone out there that is watching YouTube land that knows Bill Farmer or Margaret Carey or Brett Iwan or I can't remember his name. It's Tony. He does Donald Duck. I cannot do Donald Duck. I don't have the teeth for it. I can't get that. It doesn't work. I sound like I'm choking on something. Anyways, send them to here. Let me focus it here. Let me hold it here and see if I can get it to focus. Oh, it's on autofocus, no wonder. Alright, please send them to our other name, which is TickettoTomorrowland. And it's www.TickettoTomorrowland.Blogspot.com. Or you can call me at that phone number that's right there. That is my phone number for the blog. It's also my personal number. I don't know why it's on the card, but it is. And that's the blog, but the name of my channel, I'm out of focus, is Magic Mitch Arts. And I didn't get Brett Iwan to actually do his voice of Mickey. I think you had to pay $30 to do that. And I didn't have anything for him to sign. I was like, I didn't bring anything with me. It's my first time doing this. And he goes, well, how about I sign your monorail? Because my wife had bought me a monorail, this huge box I was carrying around from the Disney store, and it was the monorail, Mark 6 or 5. It wasn't even the new one. I wanted to get the new one, but that didn't come out until 2019, I think, or 17. And I wanted the blue one, which of course they never came out with. They had orange and red. I ended up with both of them because I'm a big Disney fan collector. You can't really see back there, but up on the wall there, yeah, you can see by the metronome there is a monorail sticking out there next to the Tron disc. And then, of course, I'm a big Herbie fan. Herbie's back there. I wonder if I can get it focused. No. That's about as focused as it's going to get. Anyways, get me back in focus here. Back to voices. So, yeah. Do you think you can do voices? Are you the voice actors? Like I said, I watched a couple of these different shows last night, and Sterling Holloway was Winnie the Pooh. If you don't know who that is, then I'm old. And you're young. Look him up on Google. You can look him up. Sterling Holloway. He did like 3 voices, and I'm sure you'd recognize him right away. I mean, I'll try to do it. Oh, bother. My name's Pooh Bear. I'm Winnie the Pooh. See, I can't get that down. Well, that was one of his voices. The other one was Kaa from Jungle Book. And I think he talked almost the same as Winnie the Pooh. And he would talk like this and say, "Come here, man cub. Oh, you look so delicious." Or whatever he said, something like that. And then he also was Cheshire Cat. And Alice, he went this way, or he could have went that way. Can you see me if I disappear? Anyways, that was the voices he did, something like that. And there's a new guy that has taken over for him, and I think his name's Tom or Tony? Tony the Tiger. They're great! He was a voice, and his name was Thurl Ravenscroft. And he did some good voices. I mean, Ride the Haunted Mansion. Go ride Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead men tell no tales. My favorite part on Pirates, I don't know who the voice is. Maybe you guys can tell me is, "You seen the cursed treasure?" That's when you're in the tunnel. I think they may have taken it out. I'm not sure. And then, of course, well, I'm getting goosebumps just from saying that. The other one would be Haunted Mansion. Have no fear. Oh, no, that's not it. That's Pirates. Sorry. Haunted Mansion. So Haunted Mansion goes like, I think it might be actually Paul Frees who does it, but one of them did the voice where you're in the stretching room and he says, "There's always my way." And of course there's the other part. This room has no windows and no doors, which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out. And that's when he says it's always my way, which is straight up. Our tour begins here. Okay, so those are some of the voices I can do. Also, go ahead and comment down below, down here, and don't forget to subscribe. Right. I can't figure this out. It's backwards, so right here. Right down here, there'll be a little subscribe button right about. Can't get my finger in it. There. Right there. Okay, so this is a long video. I've already spent 14 minutes. I'm sure you haven't watched it all. You're probably bored. But I have other voices too. I'll make one more video. So be ready. And you know what to do. I hope. Like this video. And I hope I've given you a reason to subscribe. If not, don't subscribe. I bet you weren't expecting that. Now, were you? Oh boy.